In this video, we're going to be talking about gross domestic product and recessions. Gross domestic product, or often shortened to GDP, is the value of goods and services a country produces over a given time period. Now, this is often compared in quarters. Now, if two or more successive quarters decrease the GDP, so when the GDP falls for that two or more quarters, we call this a recession. And in politics, that is a big thing. They discuss this quite often. So if we look at an example, and this is using data for the UK, the table shows the GDP for the UK for the months or the quarters between 2007 and 2009. And the question's asking, state when the UK went into a recession. So if we're going to go from quarter to quarter, so we're looking between the quarters, we're going to see if the GDP went up or down. So quarter one, there's nothing to compare to, so we'll just leave it there. Quarter two, it went up. Quarter three, up again in 2008 quarter one, but 2008 quarter two, we've gone from 456,000 down to 453,000. So that's the first time it's gone down. Now, if it goes up again, that doesn't matter. We haven't fallen into recession. But if we look here, the GDP does in fact fall again. So when does the UK go into a recession? Well, it goes into a recession in 2008 quarter three. Now, the question doesn't ask for this, but let's work out when this actually goes, or the UK comes out of a recession. So again, we're going down here, we're going down here, we're going down. All these months, they're lower than the previous month. And 2009 quarter three is the first time that the GDP goes up. So 2009 quarter three is when we come out of this recession. Now we're going to just look at one quick last example. So here the graph shows the quarterly GDP for the UK, but this time between quarter one of 2013 and quarter three of 2016. And it's asking us whether the UK goes into a recession. Now, if we follow the graph, we've got GDP percentage. So we're comparing a quarter, say 2013, quarter one with 2013, quarter two. So see here, it's saying between quarter two and quarter one, quarter two is just over 2% more than quarter one. So we're going between these values, and what some people notice is the graph goes down twice in a row here. So some people might be tempted to say that we go into recession here. But this is where we need to look at our scales. We're not talking about fixed value here. This scale is not what the GDP is. This is the percentage increase. So what this is saying is in 2015 quarter two, we have got the 2015 quarter one plus 2-point-something%. So it is actually going up. It's just not going up as much as the previous month. So that means it is not going into a recession. For a graph like this to show that it's going into a recession, the percentages would have to be below zero. We would have to go below this axis into, say, -1 or -2%. So the graph would have to go below this x-axis. So for this example, does the UK go into a recession? No, it doesn't.